All right, guys, welcome into today's video. This is jumping into how to get past payment processor issues because I already have them on my store. So I'll open up my screen and kind of show you what I'm looking at today, logging into Shopify. All right, guys, so it's a good day and a bad day when you log into your Shopify and it looks like this. So when you see this from Shopify, it means basically that you're scaling super quick. So we've done just so far, I think almost 1,000 in sales in like a week. So we're doing really good. It's a great problem to have. We're excited about it, but we have our Shopify payments on hold as they review our account. And they basically just want to make sure that we're at least a high level drop shipper if we're doing drop shipping. That's basically all they want to know. So you have to upload documents to them. And it's not too fun, especially if you don't have your LLC set up. So this is why I recommended setting up your LLC day one. It's the best thing to do to just keep you safe, but also for verification, because Shopify wants to see a business license, business registration documents, anything they can, tax filing records, anything at all. Then they want to see proof of inventory, shipping information, and social media links. So this may sound super daunting or scary, but in the end of the day, this is some pretty basic stuff and we can handle it pretty easily. What we need to do is reach out first to our 3PL and say, hey, can you send proof of inventory? Can you send over shipping information? And then obviously you can just get your social media links and send those over to them. Since it's a file, you can just create like a Google document. For social media links, they do want a file, so you can just send them like a Google document that has like, here's our Instagram, here's the link, here's our TikTok, here's the link, all that stuff. Send them all the links you can. Proof of inventory and shipping information can easily be provided by the 3PL team. If you're not directly working with a 3PL just yet, if you're using DSers, Zendrop, or anything along those lines, it's going to be a little bit harder. You can reach out to the support that those companies should have to try to get some of this information. When it comes to proof of inventory, you can just show invoices from Zendrop or from whatever company you're using, like show credit card payments to them. I'm sure that should be fine. Overall, Shopify is pretty easily satisfied with you giving them stuff. The hardest thing is proof of business association if you don't have an LLC set up, if you don't have anything set up yet. And I don't know how strict they're going to be because I've always had an LLC. So I'm pretty sure you're going to have to file for an LLC and wait until the LLC documents like come in until you can show any proof of business license or registration. The easiest and fastest might be getting a business license through your city, which I'm pretty sure you're going to have to do anyway, depending on where you live, obviously. And they should be able to get you something pretty quick. And then you can show that to Shopify and hopefully that helps them out. You can also show like that you've filed for an LLC and you're just waiting for the information. That should satisfy them. But when it comes to proof of inventory, that should be super easy. Shipping information, just show them as many tracking numbers as you have, because right now we only have 13 orders. So they want to see 10 recent orders. And it's like, we kind of only have like 10 orders. So they should be pretty satisfied there easily. And we just barely got them. We've only been up for a week. And you can leave comments like that. Like, hey, we've only been up for a week. Don't have our business license organized yet, and kind of be in communication with them and see what they're okay with. If you already put that you have like business info in the settings, you definitely shouldn't have done that. You can say, hey, this is my first store. Like I just messed up. I'm not really too aware of exactly what's going on. Please help me get things organized. But worst case scenario, they're not going to be too happy with the stuff that you provide, which I haven't had that issue too much. So if they aren't really too satisfied and they want more things, it can kind of suck because they're going to pull this out for a while and hold your money for upwards of a month, 2 months, and they can even do 180 days. And they're going to try to act like they're going to hold your money for 180 days, but it's usually not the case. Like you can always hound them and they're going to give you your money. Like it's not going to be too much of an issue. The biggest thing I recommend is, honestly, if you're at the point where your money's really getting held and you do not have too much money to continually run ads, because for me, I can keep running ads. I don't really care if this money comes back to me, whatever time frame it does. Obviously, I want it to come back to me, but I don't really care if it takes even 2 months, even though I know that I can get them this information and they should have me back up doing payments, honestly, within a couple days. And if not, I'm going to hound the absolute shit out of them on the email support, on all of that stuff to ensure that they unlock all my stuff, because they try to like safeguard it as much as they can, because in the end of the day, they just want to protect themselves. So they're definitely going to try to pull some weird shit when it comes to like holding your money for extended periods of time. But if you hound them, it's always worked out for me. So make sure you get them this information as soon as possible and just have a conversation with them. Let them know the situation you're in and handle it the best you can. And obviously, if you're having any issues, come hit the community group and I'll be there to help you as best as I possibly can. This is a real issue and it happens a lot when you have success. Like when your store is taking off, you are going to get shut down almost no matter what. Even if you scale really, really slow, they're still going to say, hey, we want to verify all this information, and they will hold your payments. So when it comes to that situation where you can't really afford to keep running ads, just turn them off. It's going to suck because when you turn off ads, they never really re-optimize and they never really get the old results that they did. So it's really sad. It really sucks. But the worst thing you can do is say, no, I can handle it, and keep putting it on credit cards when you don't have the money. Do not do that. It is not worth the potential financial gain and the risk of not knowing when you're going to get this money from Shopify. Like if you're taking the risk of putting an extra $1,000, $2,000 on a credit card so you can fulfill your orders and still keep paying for your ads, and you're not getting any money back to pay it off, and you don't have that $1,000 or $2,000, that's a very scary situation to be, and it can just keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. You're making good money on paper, but you're not getting that money for a long time, and you can't pay off your cards. So now you're getting debt, and it's when the interest rates start hitting, if you start missing payments, it can get extremely scary, and it's not worth making that couple extra $100 or $1,000 in the meantime. Like just turn the ads off if you can't afford it. For me, I'm scaling my ads up still, even with the payment processor issue. I don't really care because ultimately I've handled it before. I know how to handle it. I have my ducks in line, my ducks in a row, whatever the phrase is. I have my proof of business info. I can get the proof of inventory and shipping info very easily from the 3PL team, and we can quickly send them over the 3PL or the links to all our social media pages. So that's basically it. It's usually a pretty easy process to solve if you have the information. Getting it from the 3PL is pretty easy. The big things, the association, showing your business license, all that stuff. So make sure if you haven't that you click the link below and apply for your LLC. You guys really need to get your LLC organized. It shouldn't be too much of an expense, and it's going to save you, and you're going to have it forever. So it's a long-term investment. It's absolutely necessary to business, and you should be able to tell Shopify, hey, we filed for it. We're still waiting for the number, and hopefully they can work something out with you where they release the payments and then you can show it to them later. But yeah, usually they're pretty easy to work with. Make sure you hound them if you're not getting your money back, if they're still holding it even though you've sent proof of everything, because they're not right to do that, and they will eventually release it if you just hound them long enough. So that basically wraps up this video. If I submit all these files and there's more issues, or I think there's other issues that you guys are going to go through that I need to cover, I'll make another video and add it into the end of this one. So the course will always update. There will always be new videos based on what you guys need. So hopefully that handles your problem. Don't let this stress you out too much. This is a good problem to have. You're scaling, you're growing, and this is business, right? This is why there's a putting fires out section. We are essentially overpaid firefighters. Like there are problems 24/7 that just continually come up, and it's extremely annoying, but this is the price of business. And it's either this, you go clock into a 9 to 5, or keep going to college, or do something stupid like that. So enjoy the problems. Try to have a smile on your face. Try to get excited about the problems, because there's no use in stressing about them. They're just going to piss you off more and more, and it's just going to make your process harder, and honestly just lower your frequency. So keep your frequency high, stay motivated, stay excited. This is one of the many roadblocks that you'll face during your e-commerce journey. So yeah, if you still have any questions, please let me know in the community group, and I will see you in some of the next videos. Peace.